Hello everyone, welcome to the DPB podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Modest with DisneyPinsBlog.com, the latest news on Disney pin trading and collecting from around the world. This is episode number 132 for the week of May 28th, 2018.
Welcome to the Disney Pins Blog Podcast.
All right, welcome back to the podcast, everyone. It is myself and Jen this week. Jen is back from Tokyo
I'm
Disney
back.
Resort.
Konnichiwa.
Woo. Welcome back to America.
Yo.
Great to be back. This week we have a decent amount of pin news to talk about. And then for our pin chat segment, we're going to talk a little bit about Jen's trip to Japan and the pin trading game there and how it's different from how it is here in America. So stay tuned for that in a bit. But first, we're going to start off with housekeeping. As always, we have three things for housekeeping this week. First, I want to mention our special offers page. If you guys didn't know, if you hover over the store tab at DisneyPinsBlog.com, you'll see a little tab there that says special offers. We have a bunch of links there from our affiliates like Shop Disney, BoxLunch, and Fandango. You can find a lot of great deals there. We keep that page updated every single week. I know from this past weekend with Memorial Day, there was lots of sales going on. So I just wanted to plug that real quick. Also, we had a new category added to the website. You guys may have seen lots of new pin sets coming from the store Primark in the UK.
Yeah.
There's so many of them, we had to add a pin category for it. So now when you click on the pin categories tab at DPB, you'll see it there at the bottom. Just wanted a place to add all those blog posts in. And the last thing for housekeeping, the Disney Park Pack is back.
Ooh.
Can't wait. It took a little hiatus there for a few months.
Yeah, it did.
But yeah, it's exciting. I just got my notification that my box shipped. So it should be arriving this week. And just wanted to mention it for the housekeeping. If you were in that subscription, be sure to log into your Disney account and check, because some people said they had to auto renew their account. So yeah, just check that out if you guys were in it previously. All right, let's head into the pin news. First, we're going to start off with our friends at BoxLunch.
Strong game right now.
Oh, BoxLunch is killing it.
They are killing it. I want it all.
It's like every week there's new bangers coming out of BoxLunch. It's awesome. So this past week we had this new Disney Cuddle series. 3 different pins. One featured Dumbo. The other one was Aristocats. And another one was for Bambi. Some people were saying that these were great for Mother's Day, a little bit delayed. Yeah. But I think they're awesome pins. And they're available online and in store. So if you guys want to hit those up, I think a couple of them still might be available online. We have links on the blog post for those. And then also at BoxLunch, they had a new Monsters, Inc. pin that was released that features Boo's door. It's a hinge pin, and whenever you open up the door on the inside is Sully and Mike Wazowski. That's a pretty awesome pin. Retail price for that one is $9.90. And a lot of times BoxLunch online, you'll find they have a lot of sales going on. You can get these pins usually at a discount. And then also, you guys may have remembered, we mentioned a couple months ago these Marvel Avengers Infinity War pins that were previewed by Fig Pin. But BoxLunch got 3 of them. They were released online. One features Thanos, the other one is Iron Spider, and there's also a Black Panther. So those 3 are available online and in stores, and I think other retailers got these pins as well. So they're not just exclusive to BoxLunch, these Fig pins for the Avengers. All right, next we're going to head over to Disney Studio Store Hollywood. They had their latest Pin Trader Delight flip last week on May 23rd. This one features Ellie from Up, Go-Go Tamago from Big Hero 6, and Jiminy Cricket from Pinocchio. And I think Jiminy Cricket sold out super fast. He's sitting on a bunch of cherries.
I love Jiminy Cricket.
Oh, I love Jiminy as well.
Oh, same.
That's a great pin. But yeah, sold out fast. I actually thought the Ellie would have went first, but I guess the edition size on that one's a little higher at 500.
I think there's not a ton of Jiminy Cricket pins, too.
Yeah, it's
there's just not a lot out there. So when they make them, people get very excited about it.
Totally. I feel like back in the day, there was more Jiminy Crickets than there are now.
Yeah, true.
They don't really release many. Yeah, I find lots of older ones with Jiminy, so
Yeah,
that's cool.
same.
But also at the Studio Store Hollywood, they had one of those Sunday pins that were released for Solo, a Star Wars story. This one features the Millennium Falcon on it. Basically, you buy a Sunday and you get the pin with it. It's a little different than a PTD. This is also, it's like a little square pin. It looks like a stamp, almost the size of a stamp. It's a limited edition of 500, and retail price for that one is $13.95. Jen, are you going to see this new Star Wars movie?
I don't know. Are you?
Yes, at some point.
Same.
It's not like high. It's not high on my list.
I'm not going to run out and see it, but I'm not like, I mean, like, don't kill me here, but I'm not like a diehard like Star Wars person. I enjoy the movies. I obviously went and saw, Last Jedi because I feel like I would miss out on the rest of society if I didn't see it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Solo's great. I'll see it eventually. But I did see Avengers Infinity War, and that was amazing.
No,
we
so you
enjoyed
beat
that.
me
Did
to
you
that
see
one. I
that?
didn't see it either. No.
We went and saw it right before we went on the trip. So
Okay.
that was really good. I am excited for The Incredibles #2 that's coming out soon.
I'm excited for that one
and
too.
Jurassic World movie. I'm excited. I love dinosaur movies.
Nice.
But Solo,
Yeah.
not as much. Like,
Yeah, I'll see it
how I feel
eventually,
about it.
but yeah, it wasn't high on my list like The Last Jedi was. So
yeah, same. Yeah.
It'll come at some point.
Yeah.
All right, next we're going to head over to Disney Movie Club. Jen, you actually helped me out with this post.
I did, yeah.
If you guys are a VIP member of the Disney Movie Club, yeah, like Jen, she's VIP,
yeah.
she's fancy.
Oh, yeah, fancy the Disney Movie Club.
Yeah. These VIP members got a new pin release this past week. It features Tinkerbell. And Tinkerbell looks like she has blue glitter embellishments in her wings. The retail price on this pin is just $6.95. And yeah, they're a limited release pin exclusive for the Disney Movie Club. Those come out every few months. So
I've gotten a few of them over the years.
Nice.
You get them for free. Like if you're a VIP like me, and you order a movie, you can select to get it, and it's just free. Like I got a really cute Halloween one year that glows in the dark. It has Mickey and Minnie on it.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
So if you get a movie, then you can select just to get the pin for free, right?
Uh-huh.
That's really cool.
It is. It's cool. Yeah.
Nice.
So if I'm gonna buy the movie anyway, I might as well just buy it from there and get my free pin.
Totally, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, next we're going to head over to Hong Kong Disneyland. Jen and I were actually talking about this before we started the episode here. It's exciting because they're celebrating their 13th anniversary coming up here. Actually, I think their official date is in September. Yes, September 12th is their official date, but they just released 2 pins for the 13th anniversary. One has Donald, Mickey, Minnie, and Daisy on it, and the other one has Stella Lou and Gelatoni.
Yay!
Jen loves that one. And they both have the 13th anniversary logo on it, and it looks like the anniversary year is called Fantastic Celebration. That's kind of the theme they're going for here. But yeah, one is a dangle element, and these are both open edition pins. So yeah, if you're heading to Hong Kong Disneyland, you could pick these up this summer. Speaking of anniversaries, we're going to head over to Shanghai Disneyland because they're celebrating their 2nd anniversary.
Exciting.
And they just had 3 new open edition pin releases. One features Mickey Mouse, you have a Minnie Mouse, and then a Donald Duck. They're all kind of posing next to the castle. And then at the bottom, it has a gold glitter embellishment banner that says 2nd anniversary Shanghai Disney Resort. These are honestly kind of similar to the 1st anniversary ones, the ones you could find at Epcot and the outlet stores now.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are open edition, and who knows, maybe some of them will appear at Epcot. Never know.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And then I can buy them at Cast Connection.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I feel like Shanghai might release more anniversary pins. They always seem to do things in like phases.
Yeah.
So we might see more in the coming weeks as we get closer to that June, what is it, 16th?
16th, yeah.
Yeah, June 16th date. And now we're going to head over to Disney parks in America. First, we're going to start off with a new cast member pin release. Jen, you could pick this one up if you wanted to. It's the Tom Sawyer Island 45th anniversary pin.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cute.
it features Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Has a little dangle element on it that says Magic Kingdom Park, and it's limited edition of 500. And the retail price for that one is $13.95.
It's not bad.
No, not at all. And then there's also another cast member pin release that just appeared. This is one of the movie anniversary pins. This one features Robin Hood celebrating 45 years as well, 45th anniversary. It's limited edition of 750, and this is the 16th pin in this collection.
It's been going on for a while.
Very long time. Can you believe we've been blogging about this 16 blog posts now?
It's quite a few. I wonder what the set is going to be.
I don't know how long they're going to keep this movie anniversary thing going for.
Time. Yeah.
I thought it was just for like the year 2000 or 2017. I thought they were going to stop at 18, but it keeps going. And these pins were designed by Chris Roman, who was on the podcast. So a lot of these ones that we've been blogging about, he's been retweeting and reposting on Instagram because he designed them. So shout out to Chris.
To talk to the person who made them. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's so cool. I love it. Okay, and now for the new pin releases this week at Disney parks. We just have one that we know of. It's one limited edition pin, and this one is for Father's Day. So this Father's Day pin features Tramp and Scamp from Lady and the Tramp. That's a tongue twister.
It's a mouthful, right? Like, oh my goodness.
So this one's going to be released at both Disneyland and Walt Disney World. It's limited edition of 4,000. I think it's going to be a popular one for Father's Day.
Yeah.
Anytime you have dogs on a pin, it's gonna be hot.
People love dogs.
Yeah.
Like that Junie and Burke dog purse. You could not buy that.
Oh yeah, I know, that was so popular.
Unless you waited in line all night and then maybe you got one.
Yeah. Oof. But this pin is going to be released on this Thursday, May 31st. And always keep a lookout on our weekly pin post at DisneyPinsBlog.com, because honestly, every single week I pretty much add new open edition pins on there. Once I find that new ones have been released in the parks, I always add them into that weekly pin post. So that's not just for limited edition pins. That's any new pin releases at both Disneyland and Walt Disney World for that week. So even though we just have one this week, there might be more.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to do it for the pin news this week. Now let's head into Disney Pin Chat. So for Disney Pin Chat this week, since Jen just got back from Tokyo Disney Resort,
I did.
I figured we would talk a little bit about the pin game over there. And I know we get questions sometimes.
Yeah, like what's the deal there with the
Yeah,
pins?
like what's going on? Do they pin trade it there? Do they have weekly pin releases? There's lots of questions. Jen, fill us in.
I will answer them. So, Tokyo Disney Resort is not somewhere that pin trades. The cast members do not wear pin lanyards. They do not wear pin satchels. They do not wear any pins whatsoever other than their name tag. Now, do they sell pins? Yes, but they're few and far between. So there were a few pins that were released when I was there. There's a new parade that just debuted because Tokyo Disneyland is celebrating their 35th anniversary, and theirs is the happiest celebration. And that's what it's called. That's what's printed on everything. So they had a few pins that said that. And then they had a pin that was for a new parade that goes with this new celebration. And the parade's called Dreaming Up. So I did purchase that pin as well. But other than that, not too many pins. There would be a few that would be like characters, like little small ones, nothing like what we're used to with dangling elements and all of that. And out of all the merchandise there, the pins are honestly the most inexpensive, which again, coming from here, crazy. Because I have like some big pins that were real expensive. They don't really do that there. The other place you can get pins is if you play some of the, think about it as more like midway games. So if you go to Disney's Animal Kingdom and you're at Chester and Hester's, you know, you can play games there and maybe win a stuffed animal and such. They do games like that. Some of the prizes are stuffed animals, but some of the prizes are pins.
That's really cool.
And yeah, so you can't really buy them per se, but you could win them. And actually, we'll say that on the back. Like I've traded for some here in the States
Yeah.
that say, Tokyo Disney Resort, and that's what it is. But the pin deal is not the merchandise game over there. What people love are these badges that they hang on stuff. And by badges, I mean cute. I don't think I have any on my desk right now, which is crazy, but cute plush things. Yeah, I don't have, wait, no, let me grab one.
Okay.
Oh, here's one. Here's one from Hello Kitty Land, where I went, Sanrio Puro Land. But
so it's like a little
they have
plush.
like this, a little plush, but on the back is the key. It has a little safety pin and this little guy right here. Because what you want to do is get as many of these bad boys as you can and pin them onto your bag. As you can imagine, I bought a lot of these.
So it's like a plush pin.
Correct. It's like a pin, but not the pins that we're used to.
Right.
And it's called badges. This is a badge.
Got it.
I don't know. And then you pin as many of these as you can. And you will see people with backpacks. You can't even see the bag. They're covered in hundreds of a particular character.
Oh my
Just
God.
like here, people wear pin lanyards for Stitch or Pluto or whomever. What they'll do is they'll have every badge for whatever character they love, and that will be pinned to their backpack or bag or what have you. And it's amazing. Like, I was living. And you know what they even sell for the badges? Tiny ponchos and purses.
Wow. They think of everything over there.
Oh my God. So like, imagine Hello Kitty right here being Duffy or Shelly May or any of those friends, because I have all of those. And I bought them tiny ponchos. And they're not just any ponchos. They're Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Daisy ponchos with matching purses to store the poncho.
Wow. That's cool.
And I bought that at the Disney store there, because their Disney stores have completely different merchandise than our Disney stores.
Wow. That's awesome.
Completely different merchandise. I even got my cast member discount at the Disney store.
No way. That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Exciting. So what's like the average price? You said the pin prices are a little cheaper there. What's the average price for a pin?
So it's in yen. So if you translate it to US dollars, it's going to slightly vary depending on the strength of the dollar and the yen. But most of them equated to around between $8 and $12.
Okay. So like a typical, like an open edition price.
Yeah. And for the quality of the pin, I thought that was a steal. And some of them, like I said, for the parade that was debuting, this is essentially a dated pin or a limited release pin. It didn't really have like a number on the back, but clearly it wasn't going to be around forever.
Right.
And that was the same price as any of the other ones.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. They change out their merchandise constantly. So it's not like here where you're going to have that same Mickey Mouse pin from now until the end of time. No. They have different stuff like every few months because they have different celebrations. So right now, the celebration in Tokyo Disneyland is the 35th anniversary. So they have a lot of stuff for that. But in Tokyo Disney Sea, the current celebration, they like Easter. And I'm talking secular Easter with bunnies and stuff.
Wow.
But for whatever reason, Easter is steampunk.
That's interesting.
So it's called, yes, it is. And it's fashionable Easter. And they have all this stuff. They have a few pins, but mostly the little badges that are the characters in these like steampunk outfits.
Wow. That's cool.
There you go. Yeah.
So when you walk into a store at Tokyo Disneyland or Tokyo Disney Sea, do they have a specific pin section, or is it like with other merchandise related to like this parade? Is it mixed in with the parade merchandise, or do they have like pin racks and stuff like we do?
Nothing like here. No. Most of the stores don't have any pins. Most of the stores will have all the merchandise divided up by whatever the celebration is. So like the parade merchandise was all together. So like the pin would be there, and you'd have other merchandise that went with the parade. The same thing for the 35th anniversary. Like it would all be with that celebration merchandise.
Got it.
And then you have one small area that'll have a few pins, but that would not be the focus. That would be maybe like extra things that you would get. Any of the like really beautiful pins would be set with the celebration merchandise.
I see.
And that's how the stores were divided up. They'd be divided up by there were two different lines of 35th anniversary merchandise. One that was more fun and more cartoony, so the pins matched that, and then one that to me seemed more like serious and highbrow.
Yeah.
Whereas it was Mickey and like his, kind of tuxedo outfit, and that's kind of
Yeah.
what the pins looked like.
I see. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
I'm just looking here at our website, and the last post we did was the Dreaming Up Parade pin for Tokyo.
Yeah. Kind of pink.
Yep. So it looks like
one of those for you waiting here.
Thank you, Jen.
Of course.
But yeah, so it looks like that was the last release at Tokyo Disney Resort that we did. I don't think there was anything else after that. And
there's nothing that I saw there that was different than what you had posted.
Okay, and that was April 10th we posted that, so it's been over a month that we've seen a new pin release there.
Yeah.
Just to give people an idea how often they release pins there. It's not too often.
It's just different merchandise focus there.
Right.
Their Japan kawaii cute culture is very much focused on like the little plush, the little stuffed animals, that sort of thing. Whereas here we do a lot more celebrations with pins.
Right.
And they just don't. It's very interesting. It's very different.
I think Tokyo Disney Resort is the only park that the Walt Disney Company owns that doesn't do pin trading.
Well, it's interesting because Disney has a partnership with the company that owns Tokyo Disney Resort. It's technically not, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but the Oriental Land Company is the one that has the controlling power over Tokyo Disney Resort.
I see.
And they partner with Disney. So you will never see that merchandise for sale in the States. Like Shanghai Disney's merchandise, you can buy it at Epcot in the China Pavilion.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily own Tokyo Disney.
Okay.
So that's why they have a completely different merchandise focus than we do, which is very interesting.
It is, yeah. Because I'm just thinking here about Disneyland Paris, Hong Kong Disneyland, and Shanghai Disneyland. They're all really strong into Disney pins.
Definitely.
So it's just, I don't know, it's cool to take a deep dive and look into it.
It was very different. And you start to get used to things that are just very different than what you're used to. Like every restaurant has what they call a set that you can order, and that set may come with a collectible cup or a collectible lunch kit, and every single restaurant will have something like that.
Wow, that's really cool.
I know. It's very dangerous for people like
I bet. You need a separate suitcase just to bring all your merch home.
I did, yes.
Good. Cool. So, another thing I want to mention too is the Disney store in Japan is totally different as well, because I know sometimes the Disney store online for Japan, they have pin releases there that are totally different than the Disney store in America.
Yeah. Their merchandise is completely different.
Yeah.
And amazing. Side note, because they do everything like by different character group. So there's like this whole Winnie the Pooh line. There's a whole Ariel line. And like, they don't just make one thing. No. Like there's 25 different pieces of merchandise that are all dealing with one tiny section of Winnie the Pooh. And then there'll be Christopher Robin merchandise, Tigger merchandise, Piglet merchandise.
That's crazy.
Like I was living, and I literally, if I could have walked through every store and just thrown one of everything into a basket, that's what I would have done.
Well, you're living your best life, Jen.
I was, unfortunately for my credit card.
Yeah.
But the Disney store was interesting because, do you know, they had the D23 Expo in Japan as well fairly recently.
Yep.
They actually had D23 Expo merchandise in the Disney store.
Wow.
Which I thought was very interesting.
Yeah.
That's not really something they do here.
Right.
They didn't have a lot, but they did have a few, again, those little plush badges in every character you can imagine, dressed in like the D23 Expo attire, which looked kind of like a very fancy tuxedo situation. And they had folders at the D23 Expo. The Disney store in Japan actually has a special line of bears called the Disney University. And they had, and they all have names and stories. And one of the bears, I think his name is Coco, uncertain, but it was dressed as like Sorcerer Mickey, because that was like the, kind of the mascot of the D23 Expo.
Right,
so there was some of that merchandise there, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
It was branded D23 Expo Japan 2018.
Cool.
Which I thought, we don't get that here.
Yeah, I know.
And it was
Well,
50% off, side note.
ooh, nice. Got that discount.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you had an awesome trip.
Of course, yeah.
And thank you for giving us a closer look into the Disney pins at Tokyo Disney Resort.
Anytime.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, deep dive into Tokyo Disney Resort. All right, so I think that's going to do it for episode number 132. Jen, thanks again for joining.
Always a pleasure.
And we'll be back again next week. All right, see you guys.
Bye, friends.